your fragrance sucks, but it doesn't have to. Hey, this is Ronnie from Scent Science, and your fragrance doesn't have to suck. There are 4 main reasons why you think your fragrance sucks. Number 1, you don't drink enough water. Number 2, you don't moisturize. Number 3, you don't know when and where to put your fragrances. And number 4, you don't understand concentrations of different fragrances. Drink water. See, I'm about to get a little bit sciencey here. So, the outermost layer of your skin contains keratin filaments in a geometric ordered structure. You really don't need to know exactly what that means, but you need to know that keratin is hydrodropic, meaning it's very at home in an aquatic environment, which explains why your skin cells need to absorb water internally and externally. So drink water. My favorite is LeBlue, but I'm a little bougie like that. But pretty much any water would do. But please just drink it. You need roughly about 64 ounces of water a day. And that's just if you're being stationary. 3 20-ounce bottles plus about 4 extra ounces. You need to have that just for your body to naturally function. You can't put on any fragrances if you wake up in the morning and your skin is dry. Your skin will soak it right on up. Just like your skin needs moisture internally, it's going to need moisture externally. And if you are dry on the inside and dry on the outside, it's going to find some water. But the problem is the water and the liquids that it's looking for will be in your fragrances. So it'll make your fragrance don't last as long as it usually should or would last. Also, these fragrances are not the cheapest in the world, and you want to make sure that they are reaching their full potential by doing everything that I tell you in this video. Next, lotion and moisturize your ashy skin. People don't like that your skin is going to be dry and ashy. You wouldn't like it because you have flakes everywhere, and your fragrances won't like it either, because if your skin is dry, it's going to find moisture, and it will find it in whatever you put on it. Please use unscented lotion or good oils for you, like coconut oil, jojoba oil. Rub it on your skin, then apply your fragrances. Make sure you drink water, rub it on your skin, apply fragrances. Pretty easy, it's not difficult to understand, but some people just don't get it. The next thing, hygiene. Please wash. You cannot cover funk with fragrance, so please wash. Next, and I know the light changed, I forgot to throw it on. Things happen. But the next thing that you would need to know is when to put on your fragrances. It is just as important to know when, why, and how to apply your fragrances. So I'm going to show you. These are 2 of my wife's favorite fragrances. You have Grand Soir by MFK, and you have Mont Blanc Explorer by Mont Blanc. For example, you would put on your fragrances in what's called heat zones, hot zones, or the areas of the body that usually produce the most amount of heat. How I apply my fragrances, if it's not a gourmand fragrance, it leans to the middle to a fresh fragrance, I do anywhere between 7 and 9 sprays. I know what you're thinking, that's a lot. In essence, it is, but the thing about it is here is that freshies usually sit closer to the skin than what would you consider a gourmand fragrance. This is Mont Blanc Explorer. I'm going to show you how I apply it. I put 1 in the inner elbow on the left, 1 on the inner elbow on the right, 1 to the neck, 1 to the back of the head, well, back of the neck, and both sizes of the neck. So we have 5 already, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. Then I put, if I'm going out somewhere with it on, I put 7, 8, and 9. So now it's loud enough that people will smell you, but not loud enough that it's going to choke the place. I would not dare put 7 or 9 or 6 sprays of Grand Soir on your skin unless you're trying to have yourself a bad time and annoy people in the elevator. Grand Soir like most gourmand fragrances, I would only do max 5 sprays. Just like Mont Blanc Explorer, but I'm not gonna spray it on my skin. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it. Now, there are certain situations where you run into a gourmand fragrance that is not as powerful. And this is where something you have to worry about when it comes to concentrations. Concentrations in fragrances are very important. I don't know if I wanted to put this as 3 or as 4 because they're both interchangeable, but they're both equally as important. So I'm going to tell you about different concentrations on fragrances and why you need to understand them. But there's a little caveat to it, there's a little twist that I'm gonna show in the bonus section of it. So I got back on my science robe here, and we're about to go a little bit deeper into concentrations. You have, and I will butcher these words up, and my light just died, but I will butcher these words up. Air Fresh, which is 1 to 3% oil. EDC, which is the Eau de Cologne, which is 2 to 4% oil. EDT, most people would just refer to it as an Air Toilette, would be 5 to 15%. EDP, which is Eau de Parfum, it'll be 18 to 20% oil. Parfum, which is 20 to 30% oil, and an excrete, depending on the manufacturer, you're looking at about 25 and up in oil to be considered an excrete. Not only do you need to know how many sprays of your fragrance you need, but you also have to understand the concentration of it. Now, when I said that there's a little twist to it, here's the bonus twist. Depending on the manufacturer, depending on the ingredients, you don't have to know exactly where they're sourced, but you have to know if you're dealing with a synthetic or if you're dealing with the natural. Naturals will always smell better, in my opinion. Some people will fight me on this, but it's a hill that I am willing to be on. Naturals smell better, but sometimes naturals do not last as long as a synthetic. Sometimes synthetic does not smell as good as a natural, but they may last longer. That's why you have certain toilettes and regular parfums that will outdo an excrete. That's just the nature of the beast. So what you would have to do, take a shower, moisturize, make sure you stay hydrated, then add on your fragrances. That'll be the best way to get the best life out of your fragrance and not just saying, hey, my $400 bottle of Grand Soir sucks. Hey, my $60 bottle of Explorer sucks. It's all depending on what you do with your body. And finally, this is a little tidbit too. I was thinking about not throwing it in the video, but we're here. Everybody's pH of their skin and their body is different. So eat a better balanced diet and your fragrance will smell better. A lot of people won't tell you that. I want to thank you for coming. I hope you learned something new. There's more videos coming in the future. Hopefully we can get our lighting situation fixed. Thank you for coming to Sense Science. See you later.